my goodness, you are looking beautiful today.
Well, you too, you too. But we are here for a very special reason. So I think it was worth our time and effort to go ahead and look good.
That I agree with, totally agree with. And I'm so excited today to also reveal the list of the 25 powerful women to follow for Women's History Month. I think everyone going to love the list. I personally, I'm in love with the list actually.
It's quite a list. It really is. And I've been telling everyone, just telling them the truth, that you were very methodical and you took your time. And, there are a lot of people that wanted to be on this particular list and they didn't make it. So yes, as you reveal the ones that did, they have every reason to go to Mount Shasta and shout it. This is quite an accomplishment. It really is. And the women are just phenomenal. So
Yes.
thank you for doing this.
Oh, no, thank you for supporting Margo. I always appreciate your support.
You have it.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
So the first one we have in the list is President Virginia Harris. And that is the national president of NCBW of 100 Black women. I find her very interesting, and she has done a lot of work to supporting our community.
Yes,
And
yes.
She has a passion of helping women, of getting Black women where they need to be and giving them that support. And I think that's what I love the most about her. Everything she does is to support women. And that is very powerful for me.
Very powerful.
And
You're right.
not only that, the organization also is doing a lot of work to for people to hear Black women voices. And when you put these two together, it's like, wow, I'm just grateful to know her and then to get to know about her and also to share who she is with other women. Well, you interview her, Margo, so you can actually give more information.
Well, I tell you what, the interview was amazing with her. And she is quite a professional, a passionate woman. And she snuck in a little surprise for all of the listeners concerning the election for the Senate race in Georgia. And I won't spoil that, but my eyes got real big, not because she told me, but because her actions were so formidable. So I'll just leave it at that. She's a force to be reckoned with and an honor to have conversations with her for certain.
Absolutely, I can imagine. And the next we have in the list is Mary Kraft. Oh my goodness. The first time I heard about Mary Kraft and I made research about her and learning a bit more about her, and I can position myself of her, of the things that she is doing, to be able to build a catering company and to pass that on to your son, that is amazing. And I can see myself passing one meal to my son. And
Oh, yeah.
I just love that about her. She has that energized kind of like when she talk, everything she does, you can just see it on her. It's like, wow. And she's just an amazing woman. She is doing a lot to also support other women. And I feel like other women can learn a lot from her. She's that person who started a business from zero and built it and passed it on to her son. That is amazing.
It is. She's quite a force. She calls herself a badass, and that indeed she is, really and truly very giving. She's much like you, very open, warm, giving of herself. And when people learn more about her, I'm glad that she's on this list because her company has served presidents, and though she's won more awards than she probably will ever let anyone know. And just an all-around sister podcaster. I'll say that much for her.
I like that. And the next one we have is Christina Wise. Christina Wise had a serious health issue, and she put things together, rebuild her life, and she rock it. She not only from having a serious health issue to putting your life back together to building $1 billion company. It's amazing.
It is. It is. Plus, she's an Amazon best-selling author.
Yes.
Falling for Money, a romance novel for your bank account. Don't we all need that?
Yes, and then I like what she's doing. Because you can build a company, you build a business, then what next? How do you actually gain your wealth and then build that financial health thing you need for later on? A lot of people think, okay, I build a company, I'm good, but you got to have your retirement together. You got to have those little things that the money part, the financial part, you got to have it situated where when you retire, you're not worrying about money. And I like what she offers to not just women, to the world, to help them get that in place.
Yes, yes,
Where
it's
you,
important.
mm-hmm,
Two important entities in life: your money and your health. You need both of them.
absolutely.
Gotcha.
And then next we have it's Carmen Lundy. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about Carmen Lundy. I'm going to let Margo do all the talking about her because I love jazz. I love jazz. I love her music. But I'm sure Margo is way more in love than me.
When this interview came, this conversation came, I was fangirling. You know, most of the time I'm not at a loss for words, but there was a miscommunication about the guest release when it was time for her to come and come on and let's do the interview. So it got to be 10 o'clock. I'll never forget the time. It was 10 o'clock on my birthday, November 24th. And I looked, I thought, okay, they didn't get back to me. Maybe something came up. I was kind of heartbroken, but I wasn't. I understand the business. Do you know, 10 o'clock, Carmen Lundy rang my office number. I fangirl, I tell you. She said, give me a minute. My assistant is sending over the release and I'm getting plugged in. I lost it. I lost it. She carried the whole conversation. This world-renowned, Grammy-nominated jazz artist. She had to carry it because I just was up, up, up. I could not pull it together. She asked me a question: what was my favorite? What her work? What's her favorite? What was my favorite? I couldn't think of anything. I just couldn't. But just a gracious, wonderful artist. And I really hope that she wins the Grammy this year. She's up for a Grammy this year. And I hope that she wins it. I really do.
I think she will. I hope she will. She deserves it, actually.
Oh, yeah.
She
Yeah.
deserves it. And when you're talking about someone that's been doing the same thing that never actually changed, that's her.
Yeah.
She's been doing this for a very long time. Actually, I think before I was even born.
Oh, yeah. And worldwide. She's been doing it before you were born, and nations know her. And the only reason why I got the interview, I'm so sure, is because of COVID, because this lady stays on the road and she's just well beloved.
Exactly. And that's another powerful woman to follow. Keep doing what you're doing, never stop, believe in yourself. And
Yes,
that's her.
that's it. That's it.
Then the next person we have in the list, and it's kind of funny because I met that wonderful woman back in 2015. And I think it was one of the best introduction I never had. So from 2015, we are in 2021, we are still always collaborate and always working together. And that is Margo Lovett. And thank you so much, Margo, for always never give up, always being there. And you always supporting other women. And that is powerful. And a little bit about Margo. Well, actually, I didn't even tell you guys. I think everyone knows everything about Margo. But Margo was 26 years in corporate, leave corporate, starting podcasting, her business, her voice, her conversation. and never stop. Keep on moving forward, build it, and here we are.
Here we are.
Here we
Wow.
are. Never stop.
But I have to tell everybody that it was under the guidance of Womel, because you do have that segment of your company that is just hell bent on helping women build their business. Because if you don't know how to sell white off of a toothpick and you're going to be an entrepreneur, you need help. And I tell you, I think I would have thrown in the towel some time ago had it not been for a relationship with you, your input, and just your business savvy. So I thank you, dear lady.
Oh, thank you. That's what I do. I love doing what I do. It's fun. And the next in the list is Janet Bonnet. I met Janet back in 2016, and she lost both of her parents due to cancer. And she decided to pursue that life where she helps women. Not just it's not when you have a business, it's not just about selling and uh, customers. It's also about yourself, your health, and keeping yourself together to stay away from all those disease around us that just inside that just want to destroy us. And that's her. So she helps leaders to not being burned out and then suffering from all those bad things that can get rid of us. And I like her passion because it's come from her parents. Losing both of your parents of something, it's very hurtful because it's like one day they're here and the next day they are gone. And she is very true to what she does. And I just love who she is, a very powerful woman. And I hope everyone take the time to check her out. And she's always open to help everyone. It doesn't matter if you reach out to her, she will reply to you. And she's a good support to other women. That is Janet Bonner. And the next one we have is Ursula. And I will let Margo talk about Ursula because Margo really love following Ursula.
That lady is she is an inspiration. She's just like a lot of women. Didn't have it easy, but she worked her way through major uh, accounting firms and learned, which is what we all should do. That is another example. Work someplace, learn everything, and then if you want to say deuces, I'm out, bye, that's fine. But take all the training, get all the knowledge that you can. Long story short, she is a one heck of a accountant. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't want to misspeak. I don't remember CPA. I want to say that, but I know that she knows her way around books and finance and small businesses. And she was featured in Womel magazine, I think last year or
That's
something
you.
like
Yes.
that. An amazing woman, very amazing woman. As a matter of fact, I got a call into her. I just wanted to touch bases with her. She never got back to me. Hey, it's tax season, so is it any wonder? Hey.
And you also have to remember she's a mother of five. So
How did I forget that?
being a mother of five kids and running a business, and it's not that easy. I have one and I know it's not easy. So imagine it's five when you put five. So it's a lot. And she if you reach out to Ursula, she will, well, you probably won't want to wait until after the tax season.
Yeah, I think so. I'm sure she's swamped because once again, she's not a novice. She put she put sweat equity and time and money into her craft. So she's good at what she does. So it's no wonder that she's a woman in demand. Yeah.
Absolutely. And the next one we have is Nila Hamau. I met her 3 years ago, and she is a very public service. She how do I say that? She dedicated her life to public service. So she support communities and she's always there. She's like an advocate for women. And then she's that person that's always want to see women do better. And I think she is one of the great leader that I met, that I appreciate her work, what she does and how she does it. And also, I love her name because her name itself means successful. For me, it's kind of like, okay, your mom prepare you for everything.
She seems to be one heck of a lady and a mover and a shaker who knows how to get issues in public policy before those that where it makes a difference, you know? So,
Absolutely. And we need that. We need, she is that behind person who's making things happen, not in the spotlight too many times, but we have that type of woman. We have Michelle Obama that's in the spotlight, and we have the woman that's just behind everything, that's making it all happen. And she is one of those women.
well, I tell you, when you look at her resume, I really hope that she's one that steps to the forefront because she's well qualified. I mean,
Absolutely.
her life is politics. Her life, I think she worked with John Lewis. I mean, the her resume is like, wow. She let me just look this up real quick. Yeah, legislative aide to U.S. Congressman John Lewis.
Yes,
She's worked with some awesome people and believes in grassroots, working from the grassroots. So I'm looking forward to that conversation. That's going to be a good one. Real
absolutely.
good
You're
one.
gonna love it. And the next one we have is Janie Payne. So Margo, you go next.
Okay. Janie Payne is still working in corporate, but she is making some waves because we have to make sure that we have that conversation alive and circulating about diversity, inclusion. And I used to think that was just for the vendors in a corporation, but it's really something that we all need to think about because racism, that race reconciliation, all of that is so on the front burner. We have to make sure that we understand the verbiage and the terminology. And Janie Payne came and she broke it down. She made us understand why it's a language that small businesses have to speak. Major corporations have to keep it at the top of the fold always. One dynamic lady. She's very dynamic. And I think she lives in the DC area. So she stays pretty much in the loop on things. And she's been in diversity and inclusion for many years. She knows her way around the block. I like her.
Absolutely. And next we have Laura Mcnell. I started working with her back in 2017. And she used to be a CBS reporter that actually decided that she wanted to write books. And she wrote trailer romance novels. And I found her book so interesting. And when you're reading her books, it's like you feel like you are inside the story. I'm like, what is a great imagination? And also she helps women that is trying to, you want to write, but you don't have that. How do I start? Where do I go? She actually can help you get started and then learn everything you need to know about writing. And she also wrote a lot of articles for women. And she made a commitment to write for women for an entire year. She didn't even miss one, even when she's sick. And I was so surprised. I never know anyone that can make that commitment and stay to the entire commitment, never stop. And that is Laura. And I love her work, and I appreciate her commitment and her dedication to support women, to be there and give them a shoulder. And she also have a PhD, and so it's Dr. Laura actually. And please feel free to check her out, reach out, and connect. And the next one we have is Tracy L Gems. So Tracy, I know Tracy since 2015. And since then, Tracy been a part of WOMEL since then, wrote for the magazine almost every single month. And what I like about Tracy is since I know her in 2015, she's been doing the exact same thing. Yes, her business, she add things into her business, but she focused on leadership. That is her that is her focus. Even for the magazine, everything she when she writes, it's all focusing into leadership, supporting other women. And guiding them and where they need to be. And that's what I like about Tracy. I don't know. I know you have an interview coming up with her soon, right?
Yes, it's next week. I can't wait. I really enjoy her articles. I really do.
Yeah,
Yes.
she is unique. That's all I have to say. She is that unique person you want to connect with. And once you have her in your circle, she's not the type that just you see her today, you don't see her tomorrow. She's always there. And I just love that about her. And we need a woman like that that's always gonna show up and support other women. What else
Yeah.
can you ask for?
Yeah. We need that. We
And
need
the
that.
next one we have, I know Margo already have a great conversation with Dawn.
Mhm. She is one phenomenal woman. I met Dawn in Prince George's County, no, in Arlington, Virginia, I think was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And we always comment upon each other's posts and kind of keep up with what everybody's doing. She is a businesswoman. She is now a woman that that's putting together book compilations.
Ooh,
And this last one, finally free, they took Amazon best-selling author in 4 divisions, in 4 categories. Yes, it was an awesome, mighty
love it.
climb. A lot of these were new authors, and to hear her speak of how they felt when they did that, but she was the leader. It took a leader, and Dawn did that. She said she's a Renaissance woman because,
I love it.
yeah, there was a time when she weighed over 250 pounds. She was in a bad marriage and she just tossed everything up, relocated, shed the weight, and she's just living life.
Just
Yes.
reinvented.
Yes. She says her mantra is do it scared.
Absolutely. I love that one. I
Yeah.
loved it. And also I like the fact that she helps people discover the inner strength. And I like that about I like her work about that. And sometimes we need that. We need that help to get us just get started again, you know?
That's it. She's a life coach also. And when we had our conversation, she told me, Margo, I never try to teach anything that I don't know. She says, I've been through a lot. If I don't know it, if I haven't been through it, then I'm not going to try to teach it. I'm not trying to consult somebody concerning that. And I love that about her.
And that sounds almost like me.
Mm-hmm.
I teach what I preach.
That's it.
If I don't know it, if I haven't done it, I'm not going to teach it to you. I don't know it. I'm not going to Google it and tell you to do something I haven't done. I have to do it, fail it. And I love when I fail things. For me, I felt like it's the best because when you fail, you learn from it. I can teach better from it.
You do learn from it.
Yeah, I love that about Don. Kudos to you, Don.
That's
And
right.
the next one we have, I know you have a conversation coming up with her next tomorrow, I believe, right?
Yes, tomorrow. And it is Adrian, I think her last name is Obey. I that Adrian is a dynamic woman. Just last weekend, she led a 3-day conference over on Black Women Promote, which is a Facebook group. But then she did a subgroup, and it was Women of Vision. And she let, I think, was 20 women just speak on their business, their life, whatever. People, and these women have businesses, and that she was just, I know she was tired, but she got that together and she orchestrated that. And I would listen when I could. She is that kind of an organization oriented lady who helps small businesses with their websites and with their with their websites, their click funnels, all kinds of things, all that social media stuff. You can get it over to Adrian, and she's a hardworking lady. That there are 26,000 women who are part of Black Women Promote. Now, I know all 26,000 are not active, but a lot of women are active. I ought to know because I'm over there all the time. I love the vibe. I just, and Adrian is so supportive. She really is. You get a question in, she's right
She
back to
got
you.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. And one thing I love about her, she said that nothing in this world is impossible, and I'm going to show it to people. Nothing is impossible, and I'm like, okay, I'm with you on that. I
She
believe.
she's doing it too, because I think she came from a really poor part of New Jersey. Her life was nothing easy at all, but she has been an entrepreneur, serialpreneur, and just the sweetest giving spirit. And I think what my takeaway from all of this, that speaking with the 25 powerful women, is that you have to have that open giving spirit. And most of these women thus far, they sure do. And Adrian's definitely one of them.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you on that. And the next one we have is Maggie. Um, I have been working with Maggie since 2015 as well.
Wow.
And Maggie been writing for the magazine as well since we launched the magazine in 2017. And then she is an advocate to mental health. And like she always said, mental health is not a dirty place. So we can just talk about it. Just because people say we have a mental issue doesn't mean we cannot just stand in the workplace and talk about it. Mm-hmm. And she is that person that just stand up and fight for that, for women, and to be able to have that workplace environment, even if they have mental issue. It doesn't mean you are crazy, because we can have little things that people just say people say it's mental issue. I never really look at them as mental issue. Don't we all have some kind of thing going on? I don't know.
We do.
And she supported over 10,000 women to achieve their career goals with mental issue. And that is very powerful. She is actually a very powerful woman. She is not the type that's in front of the camera every single day, but she is the type of woman that's behind the scene and just making things happen, helping women get the help they need, the help they deserve with workplace, corporate, not to feel like just because I have a mental issue doesn't mean you are better than me. Yeah. And I love her work.
Mm-hmm. Powerful.
And the next one we have in the list is Charlotte.
I tell you, I was in communication with Charlotte Terrell probably 2 years ago, and met on LinkedIn. Never met the woman before. I was trying to get together a panel discussion on women that can speak to I am enough. Can we just take on that topic? And I just kind of put something out there on LinkedIn asking for someone who interested in joining the panel discussion. And Charlotte Elizabeth Terrell, the rest is history. She came. She is a clinical therapist, transformational life coach, and she's been a life coach for some time, pairing the work that she does as a clinical therapist with this transformational life coaching business that she has. I think she's an author. Let me see.
Yes, yeah. She is. She's an author of 3 books.
Yeah. Well, her mission is to help people rediscover their power, peace, and happiness. I know that's very important. She doesn't like anything messing with the peace. Don't mess with my happiness.
If you don't have that happiness, then what's the point? Actually, one person that wrote an article on this month for Women Magazine that talk about that, and I was like, that's actually very interesting. The point that she brought in is as women, when we start a business, we always don't have the peace, either from family, from friends. It's always an issue. We don't have that support, and that created we don't have the peace. And if we don't have the peace, we can't focus. And that's why a lot of small businesses fail, because we don't have the support. Wow, we don't have anything. And then that's what I like with Charlotte is, and she also help you with the self-confidence. And to be positive and to stay focused on what you are doing, and also everyone around you. And that's what Charlotte teach you.
That's a transformational life coach. And so many people need that.
Absolutely.
And what's the root of our lack of self-confidence? That's where the clinical therapy can come in. She can really put the two together. It's powerful work.
I agree with that. And the next one we have is Deborah Bishop. I met Deborah back in 2016, and she is a very supportive, very, very supporting woman. I have to say I'm very lucky. I am very lucky to surround myself with a lot of powerful women that actually always there to support other women. So she helps you heal. Like it doesn't matter what you've been dealing with spiritually, she will help you heal. And when I say that, just listening to her talking, you already feel like everything that was bothering you, they all just left and went away. And she is also someone that's very stay committed. Like she's been writing for the magazine since 2017 until today. Never miss an issue. From family death, from being sick, and at one time when she lost her dog, which has been around with her for a very long time, she been through a lot, but never stopped writing for the magazine. Every single month, always on time. And sometimes I'm like, how do you go through so much in life and keep your commitment? How? Because not everyone can do that. I never, she doesn't have any excuse. It's like, even when she has the excuse, she doesn't use it. And
It's
that is
amazing.
Deborah. Yeah.
Mhm. Wow. I know I've enjoyed her articles also. I'm sitting here thinking about all of these awesome women on this list that have sown seeds into Womel. That's why it is the leadership magazine that it is. Of course, it's your brainchild, but you have just allowed all these awesome women with commitment to sow into the magazine. And that is wow. That's why you never missed a beat. You never left step. That's why you just grown, you know?
Absolutely. And but also you have to realize that I have a lot of help. I really, yes, I am the one behind the scene making everything happen for Womel, but truly when you looked at it, I have all this powerful woman behind the scene supporting me as well.
Yeah.
And if they don't give up, then why should I give up? I feel like we are supporting each other because I'm looking forward to the articles and they're looking forward for me to so like, hey lady, where's your article? And then you know what? 99.9% of chance, I don't have to ask them where's the articles because it's already sitting in my inbox.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a reason every single morning to get up and say thank you God and continue to move forward because a lot of people are relying on me and they give me hope and I'm giving them hope back. So at the end of the day, we are a circle of women supporting one another. And that's all it is. And that's women.
I'm glad you said that because I always say it's a leading women's leadership magazine. And it is.
Yes,
It
it
is.
is. And the next we have in the list is Aruna. And oh my goodness, after the Aruna and Margo conversation, Margo called me to tell me how wonderful that conversation was. So you see, I can't really tell you everything about Aruna. I think Margo can do it better than me because she was so excited.
She is magnificent. That's all I can say. She is magnificent. First of all, she's well educated as far as if your business is not making revenue or your product is not moving, then she will walk through the paces and find out what's going on. That's what she does. But when she talks about EI, oh my goodness, she has 3 books out. I ordered 2 of them, one for me and one for my daughter, because this is no joke. This makes or breaks your relationships. It is so important that we know what our emotional makeup is like. How mature, immature are we? And
Mhm.
it doesn't even matter how old we are. Stop, Wait, Go. That's the first book that she wrote. And I tell you what, it just cascaded into a series. Easy to read, very applicable, very humble woman, and she wrote the book because she needed to understand some things about herself. And isn't that how some of the best reads, the best inventions come? I got to care for myself. I don't know what the heck is going on here, but somebody tell me. And that out of that, she has a series of 3 books. And it's like, I love her conversation. She's kind of even keeled and just, comforting in the voice. And We had a good conversation. I loved every minute of it.
Listening to the conversation, I feel like when you're listening to her talking, you feel a little bit more like relaxing.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was kind of like easy to follow conversation, and it's like you can relate to it very easily. And I like her work.
Yeah.
I like what she's doing, and she's helping businesswomen, and then she's also using it of herself. It's not like she's just telling you, "Hey, this is not good." No, she actually done it herself and been through it herself, and can explain it to you, and you can relate to what she been through in life. Yeah.
That emotional intelligence is no joke, and I think that I think it went Amazon bestseller. I think all three of them did. As a matter of fact, I'm not surprised. It is a hot topic that needs to be covered.
Absolutely, I agree with that. And the next one we have is Trina.
Oh,
I love Trina.
me too.
I love you, Trina. I'm like that 5 years old kid in camera saying, "I love you." I love her positive attitude. She helps women 40 and up. So it's like when you get to that, I'm not there yet, but I'm pretty sure I'll get there very soon. Well, sometimes it's coming, but I like how she empower women. When you get to that age, you feel like, I've been in corporate America. Yeah, I need to start something. It's not working too well for me. And then you don't want to give up, but you need that help. What do I do? Where do I start? And that's Trina. That's her. She stand up for those women. She helps you get where you want to be when you're ready to retire. Yes, you might have that corporate fund that's gonna come, but what next do you do? Where do you go? She built a community for women in business that is 40 and up.
It's
And
necessary.
absolutely. I know, Trina, I cannot join it, but I promise you, once I reach 40, I'll be calling you.
Well, I had a chance to speak with her today. I've been reading her articles in Womel, and I've learned so much from her. I showed her an article that I really like, Sharpen Your Saw. And I told her, I said, I refer back to that article in Womel often because it talks about how being achievement driven is not effectiveness. We don't have to be achievement driven. We have to make sure that we take care of ourselves. And that is the total man. We're so used to grinding and striving and moving and shaking. But what about you? What about you, the person? What about you, the mother, the daughter, the wife, your spiritual self? What about your enjoyment of life? So I love her work. I appreciate her. And I was fangirling. I really was, because I could relate to her articles, and I can relate to the lens from which she looks at life.
Exactly. And what I like about her articles, it's based on a personal kind of way. It's like when you're reading her articles, you feel like you are attached to something. You feel like, I can relate to this. Yeah. I've been through this. Or I'm going through this now. How do I get out of it? And that's Trina. It's like her articles can just help you. It's like even reading her mom's story. And that was when I was reading that articles, I cried. I was just in tears. But you know what? She stands strong through it. And then those are I love her articles. I just love you, Trina.
Excellent stuff.
Yes, very powerful, very powerful. And the next we have in the list is Sharon.
Sharon Ringer.
Yes, and then I love how she said this. She said, even the impossible says, I am possible. Yes, you are 100% right, Sharon. I totally agree with you on that.
She's a force to be reckoned with. She really is. an amazing event planner. When I was online, she's from they're located in the Midwest. And when I went online and I looked at some of the rooms that she decorated, I mean, we're not just talking about table settings, rooms, beautiful. Her sense of vision and color and texture. I mean, uh, award winning all the way around the board as far as wedding planning and that type of thing. But what I like is that she's the founder of I'm Possible,
Yes.
Women's Empowerment Collaborative. That's her baby right now. And it's a mastermind. She she just says it's time for women to be heard and to be seen. Bring your business to the forefront so that people can help you build your business out, make it stronger.
Absolutely.
Just that simple.
And she's right, because you really can't build a business by yourself.
Yeah.
You really can't. So I love her. I love her. I love how she never give up on her dreams, you know? And as if you really look at the list, you can see all of these women never give up. Either they have the support or not,
Yeah.
they never give up.
You're
They
right.
just keep on going.
Wow. Yeah, that's a common thread among all of us. Could it be that that's something that most women, once they get something in their passion, in their crawl, in their grit, is that something that you think all women possess once we get positioned? We're just like mama bears, we can't let it go.
Absolutely. It's just like when you can't it's like when you give birth to a child, even when that child grew up going to college. Actually, me just thinking about it, sometimes I feel like crying, just thinking my son going to leave, go to college. And it's the same way for your business. It's like you birthed that, and you're watching it growing, and you just kind of like, you don't want to give up. I gotta keep going with this. I love what I'm doing. I enjoy what I'm doing. I'm helping people. I'm making a difference in this world. God chose me to do this.
That's it.
That's
And there
all.
has to be some kind of way to keep going, even when it looks like everything's trying to stop you. You have to get with people like Naghilia and find a way to keep going, because you're right, it's your baby.
But do you
I'm
know
like,
what is the most important part that keep you going?
mm,
Your purpose. That's all. The purpose behind it. Why are you doing it? The purpose.
mm-hmm.
When I started Woman, my purpose was I want to create something to leave behind for my son. And that's the purpose. So every day when I wake up, I see my son, I have a reason to keep on going, because the purpose exists. It's there. I have to keep on going. I have to leave something behind. I cannot just say goodbye to my son and nothing left behind. It's not about money, it's not about fortune, it's about something for him to say, my mama did that, so can I.
That's right. Your
So we have
legacy,
to. Yeah, we have to.
history.
Absolutely. We have to let our children know it's not impossible. It's possible. And that's the least. All of these women are doing exactly that. And that's the reason why I picked them. The purpose is really powerful. When you have the purpose, you are impossible.
The fruit is in the list here. You know, the proof is in
Absolutely.
this list.
How can you possible? You can do anything that's they said impossible? Well, like Sharon said, it says I'm possible. So you are impossible.
Yeah, yeah.
The next we have in the list is Dr. Stephanie, and she is a professional coach. And then she is also a military. She was in the military, and she spent her dedicated her life to training and educated people. Um, I like the way she helped women grow. She empower you to never stop. If you believe in it, you should keep on moving. You shouldn't stop. And that's the part I love about her. And she is absolutely right. If you are doing something, you believe in it, it doesn't matter if someone say they don't like it. Don't get me wrong. Um, getting comment from people is good, but just because someone tell you they don't like it doesn't mean you have to stop doing what you are doing. So believe in what you are doing, believe in yourself, and that's her work. And I love what she does, and she just keep you going. She is a very good supportive woman that can keep you engaged in place where you need to be. And the next one we have Dr. Sharon. Oh my goodness, Dr. Sharon. Um, she's been following women since 2016. Never stop. A big follower of women, I have to say. But also, she is doing amazing work to help women. And one thing I learned about her, she's when she wants something, she is gonna get it. She's gonna work hard to get it. She never stop. And for me, that is powerful. So she's an author, and she also have a podcast. And she help women developing the skills that you need to be a great entrepreneur.
We need that. We
Absolutely.
need that.
And next we have Mary. I will let Margo talk about Mary, but she is a very she loves to help women, and she loves to influence women, and she loves to give them courage and confidence. So Margo, what do you have?
Oh boy. She is a dynamic woman that comes from the electronics technology field, but her heart is towards women's business and personal development. That's where the heart of her work is. Excuse me. She's very active over at Black Women Promote. She was a part of Adrian's group this weekend that just spoke and trained and led us all in being the leader that she is. I understand that she too is a part of Mary Kay Cosmetics, and it must be something about Mary Kay that provokes leadership in women, because I heard Mary, I heard Mary Fernandez say that she's been with Mary Kay for some time. So I think all of that has worked hand in hand with her business development and as far as her coaching goes. But just a very thankful woman to be on the list. When she caught wind of some of the names of the people, the wind was just blown out of her sails. She's done amazing work. She is an activist in her community. Um, she's just served women here and served women there. And it's going to be interesting to have the conversation and find out how she brings it all together. Because like I said, she's done a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But when the cake is baked, she loves helping women, and she's very effective.
Absolutely. And the next one we have is August. I know you have an interview coming up with August.
August and I did it today, and she is another, I think she's Mrs. Real, and unrelenting. She's a podcaster, a business coach, but August is the kind of person that will dye her. Today she came on with green hair, and that's just August. But when I tell you that she is legit with helping a person build their business from the inside out, she will take you by the hand, and before you buy a paperclip, she's going to make sure that you are aware of all of those things inside of you that will stop you from being your ultimate best. And so she says, you know what, for a while, people don't like me, because when they hire me on to be their coach, I'm going to look at those things that make you say, I can't, or I didn't, or I would, but I didn't. We're going to investigate all of that. I said,
Absolutely.
August, how do you know that? How do you say that you're qualified to even do that? So she said, because I did it to myself. And I thought, okay, case closed. If you did it yourself, that investigative work. So she knows how important that it is. And she has a method for taking people from the thought of a business all the way to that sales pitch.
Absolutely. And what I like about her,
Excuse me.
oh my goodness, I laughed too much today. What I what I like about her is she has that positive energy. Like even when I read her emails, she's very like you can tell she's very supportive. She's like she's ready to rock the world to help you. And then also I think her hair, like when you say she changed the color of her hair, I think she used that as how am I feeling today? Boom, the hair can say it for itself. And it's good to have women like that. You know, when you have a woman like that that's around you, that just, you want to feel down, but how can you feel down when you have someone so positive around you? You just can't.
She's funny, but she's serious. She's
Mhm.
funny and she's quirky, but she's very warm, spiritual woman, very
Mhm.
warm and spiritual. That intuition that August has is almost unnerving. You know, you're just having a conversation, and before you can hang up, it's like she just laser beams in on something, and you didn't even see it, say anything about it. But some people have that intuition, and as a business coach, I think that you know, that's part of the secret sauce for Miss August Marie Crenshaw.
Absolutely. Next, we have Kern, Quacket Sherry.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. I mean, I when we describe one woman, then how do you describe another dynamic woman? Kern Sherry is doing the most there in the Gulf. She knows how to get butts in the seat. She is the queen of getting butts in the seat to fill out conferences and that type of thing. And I know she has back-to-back webinars and seminars and conferences going on this year right now. She's super busy because she's out to give women a voice, always, you know, an opportunity to speak, an opportunity to teach. She's also working on what, 29? Yeah, she brought together 29 authors, trailblazers who lead. They were on my show, and these were women who are unsung heroes, and you know, they're doing work in their community, but they got together, and I think this went Amazon best-selling for them, you know. So what she touches turns to gold, and it really is a gift of help for women. She's a business owner. I think when Katrina hit, Hurricane Katrina hit, way back then she had her business, which was home health care. Yeah. And she told that story about how scary that was, the rebuilding after Katrina, but she's done all of that. And it seems like she's stronger than ever, helping women to become authors and become speakers and connecting them with some high profile opportunities. So that's
Absolutely.
Karen Cracker Cherry.
Hey, I like when you say she put butt in the seat. That's
Yeah,
we need that, don't we, ladies? When we have an event, you need some butt in the seat. And
she's
the next,
queen.
absolutely. And the next one we have is Monica. And I know you have a conversation coming up with her, or you already done it.
We did it this morning, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. I was up and I was ready for it. This lady, oh my goodness. In 1 year, she went to Northern Illinois, and she got her she's a public accounting and technology. She put the two together. But in 1 year, she was pregnant with her second child, gave birth. She was able, her and her dad were able to buy a company, Data Kraft, where she worked, her dad worked, and they were able to buy this company because the owner of the company, instead of retiring when he planned to, he collapsed at the workplace and died from a massive heart attack.
Oh,
So when they thought they were going to buy the business later on down the road, here they are with an opportunity. So they jump in, they buy the business, the rest is history. She keeps it going for 5 years, but her heart is in small businesses and women. And in Rockford, Illinois, which is a manufacturing industrial town, a lot of these businesses were men. They were run by men. And it was the woman at the front desk. And she didn't want to see you coming because you were about to upset the apple cart there.
mhm.
So after 5 years, she sold that business and she became a Mary Kay Cosmetics. She's a consultant. but not just a consultant. And I would never say just a consultant. This woman has been between entrepreneurship and her own business and Mary Kay. She has 30 plus years in being an entrepreneur and being a consultant. And now she has women everywhere up under Mary Kay. She's a trained skincare specialist. She is a color analysis. And
Wow.
just, yeah, she's well invested in the Mary Kay Ash family. She said, what she told me what their motto is. Oh, enriching the lives of women and their families around the world.
Mhm.
She said, because if your family life, if you can't juggle your family life and everything's coming in on you, well, then that's not, you're just not happy. If a
Absolutely.
person gets with Mary Kay and they make $200 a month, that's going to make a difference in their family. So it's what a conversation. I feel like I'm all over the place, but it was a very constructed conversation. I learned about Mary Kay. I learned about the dynamics of a woman born and raised in a small Midwestern town who did dynamic things as far as technology and finance goes, and how she reinvented herself. And now she does, let me see, polished. I have to tell you this part. She does polished and professional consultations all over the globe now. Yeah,
Wow.
polished and professional.
And one thing that she said that she believes in Mary Kay mission.
Yeah.
She said that she advocated herself to them because she believes on it, and women actually need that. And then one thing I love about Mary Kay is the fact that they want to see a better future for women. And then you know what? Absolutely, we need that better future. We need better goals, better plan for tomorrow. We cannot just live for today, because when you have kids, living for today is not gonna pass.
No.
Because even after you gone from this world, you still gotta leave something behind for your kids. So you cannot think for today. You gotta think even after you die, what's gonna be there for your kids. You gotta think like that. 50 years from now.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's the mission that she believes on. And that's the reason why she's so passionate about Mary Kay.
And she's yoked in with a company that has proven that it's
Mhm.
here for the long haul. The products have changed on down through the years, and she believes in onboarding the next generation, the ladies in back of her, the women at the side of her, the woman that just wants to sell a couple $100 worth of product a month. Quite a fascinating
Absolutely.
lady. Yeah,
Absolutely. She just any woman that want to see other women get on top, for me, that's powerful.
yeah.
Absolutely. And this is it for the list. 25 powerful women that is making a difference in our community, helping women grow, helping women succeed in life. And that is leadership. That is powerful. And they are every single one of them are doing something different in their own powerful way.
Yes.
And that's how I looked at it. And I love seeing other women supporting other women. And we have to do that. We need to give each other a shoulder. We need to lend a hand. We need to help one another.
I
We
agree.
cannot let the world just be man is in control of everything. We have to take control. We all well, we are in control, but technically they think they are. That's how I see it.
These women stand ready, along with yourself, stand ready we stand on the show, and people always say it, but we do stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, and we owe it to them to forge on and leave a deep footprint, as deep as we can. We owe
Absolutely.
it to them to collaborate the way Womel and her business, her voice, her conversation have come together for this. We have to do this. This is our currency. This is our strength. This is how we learn. So I feel a soapbox coming on, but you are on to something. And Womel magazine is wow, it is a power packed magazine each and every month, every month.
Absolutely. And I dedicated myself to support women, and I will continue doing that until the end.
All right.
That's all, everyone. Please feel free to check out the list and check out everyone in the list and say hello, connect, support, help one another because we need to do that to continue our mission, what our ancestors fight for, and what we stand for as women. And as you can see, when we collaborate, when we support each other, we are a lot more powerful than you think we can be. So let's do that. Let's just do that. And also, we have at the last week of March, we're going to have events with all of those powerful women that are going to talk and check it out on LinkedIn and join the event. It's free. Just register and watch them and ask them questions and collaborate.
Yes,
What do you have to say, Margo?
I think it's just divine. I really do. I mean, this is the first time that your magazine has done this. What a powerful way to honor our ancestors and these women. I am overjoyed to be on the list. I really, really am. I just, I am grateful. I am grateful.
One
What
thing
you're
I can,
doing.
one thing I
It's
can, go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say one thing I can tell you, Margo. I would forget Michelle Obama, but I'm not gonna forget you.
Well, I will never forget you, and my grandson's not going to forget you either. And I would wager to say none of these women will ever, ever, ever forget you. Never, ever. Because you know who gets this kind of publicity, what you are doing for these women? It's a celebrity who's been in a terrible accident or a terrible situation. That's the way the world runs. I was thinking about that today. This level of exposure and celebration that you are giving people, it's uncommon. So these women will never forget you, never ever.
Oh, thank you, Margo. And I love you all, guys. Thank you for supporting Womel. Without you, there's no Womel. So I need you all.
That's right. That's right.
And thank you for watching. And I see we will see you guys next time.
Yes, yes. Bye bye
Bye
now.
bye for now.